presenting BikeWo as a business opportunity. BikeWo, India numbers one leading multi-brand EV showroom chain with most diverse selection of EVs. Being a one-stop shop for electric vehicle from the best brands in India such as PureEV, Jitendra, Battre, etc. Launched in 2022 and currently having 80 plus dealers in the territory of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat and Maharashtra. To discuss more on this, I have Mr. Saral Tanwar, who is the founder and business development head of BikeWo. I will request Mr. Saral to give us an overview into your journey and what are we going to offer through this insightful session. Over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And I'm Saral Talwar. I'm one of the co-founders, director, and head of business development for BikeWo. And firstly, I'd like to thank you all to take out time to come and attend this webinar to understand about BikeWo business. So I'll start a little bit about myself and a little brief about what I have done and what I do. I have been into the automobile business for the last 25 years, and we have been the dealers for brands like Hyundai, Eicher, Volvo, and Bajaj two-wheelers. So basically, I come from a complete on the job and hands-on experience in automobile dealership. So basically, I really know how to sell vehicles and how the distribution system works. So that is a little brief about myself. Then coming down to why we started BikeWo and what does BikeWo do and why was BikeWo started. So I'll give you a little brief more than that, more than the brand overview first. I will talk about why was there a need for a multi-brand and how are we different from other multi-brands, so to say. Now, a lot of people think that multi-brand is unorganized, unrecognized, unauthorized dealer who who is a sub dealer to dealers. Now, that is the first myth that we need to break. In EVs, that is not the case. In ICE engine, yes, you have people in the market who will go buy 1122 vehicles from dealers and open their own small multi-brand stores. So that is not what we are about. We are directly authorized by every OEM to sell their products through all our franchise partners and through all our outlets. So we are the first official multi-brand chain in India. Number two, when it comes to EVs, I don't know how many of you are aware, but there are more than 400 companies in India who manufacture oblique assemble oblique import EVs. Now, out of this 400, you can, let's say, discount straight away about 300 companies who are just small timers or just importers. Still, there are good 100 companies who are doing a decent job, who've got a decent product, and who are trying to do something better. Out of these, it becomes very difficult for a normal customer and a dealer to decide which brand to go for.
Yeah.
So, many people in the past have told me that, they have tried to go for, many dealerships, started their dealers, and then could not make money out of it.
Yeah.
The reason for that is none of the companies are big enough, or, they don't have the kind of brand, don't have the kind of models to give the complete range to any dealer. Plus, there is no guarantee which company continues, which company does not.
Hmm.
So that is where BikeWo comes in. We do a lot of back-end work with every company that we work with. We find out who their owners are, who their founders are. We go to their factory, we inspect the product. So we in basic thing do the complete homework for you. And even after doing all this homework, if we still, tomorrow get a brand on board and still find something not right and the service quality is not good, we don't hesitate to remove that brand because we are sure that we can still service the vehicle and give you complete support without the brand being there. So, in fact, in the last 1 year, we have almost removed 4 brands from our umbrella and added 4 new brands. So that is a flexibility that we can have, which if you take a single brand dealership, you can never have.
Hmm.
So
So
that
true,
is
so true.
so that is one of the main reasons why multi-brand is going to be the way forward, especially in the EV industry. And no single brand dealer, except okay, if you are a dealer for maybe the top 3 or 4 brands in India. Apart from that, none of the other single brand dealer can really have a sustainable business model. That is something that I have experienced personally, and I can tell you from my 25 years of experience that it's going to be very difficult for a dealer to make money, because none of the manufacturers can really give you sustainability, guarantee, and a longevity. So that is where we come. So we are a one-stop solution for complete EV vehicles. We give you sales, service, finance, insurance, roadside assistance, and extended warranty. I would like to add one word here. Most of the OEMs in India give 3 years warranty, and BikeWo is the first one who's actually started a 5-year bumper to bumper warranty on all the products that we sell. So that really gives us a complete edge. We are completely focused on after sales. So most of the manufacturers in India who are into EVs don't really bother so much about service, and that is where their vision will become smaller. So we at Baiku completely, try to do the best we can in terms of service. I'm not saying we are the best; we are still getting there, but we are sure that we give the complete service even if the brand is not there with us anymore. Then we have the biggest range of products. We have the cycles, electric cycles. We have electric scooters that are without registrations, that are low speed. We have electric scooters that are high speed with registration. We have loaders, which is a specifically B2B bike for people like Swiggy, Zomato, and the works. And then we now even have the electric motorcycles. So anything on two-wheelers electric, we have it. And we keep giving you newer and newer brands. We'll talk about the brand in the next slide. Then we also have on-site service called the roadside assistance, which is 24 by 7 available across the country. If a customer meets with any kind of urgency where the vehicle is not going forward, not moving, our RSA partner will go and address the problem anywhere between half an hour to 2 hours maximum, depending on where the person is. In fact, they will get a response within 30 seconds of contacting the company. Then, like I said, we have a complete range of finance and insurance available for every customer so that the customers can avail the vehicles on easy loans. We have complete pre-sale, post-sales, and after-sale support. Our complete organization works just like an OEM, except that we don't have a production department. So we have a dealer development department, we have a sales department, we have training department, and we have a huge service department and a
Sure.
logistics department.
Sure. Thank you for giving us such a insightful journey, and glad that you have a success in the last, say, less than 1 year. So let's understand more about the brands you have worked with currently, or you are working with at this point of time. Give us an overview of your current profile, or the brands you are working with.
Currently, we have about 9 brands, as you can see. We have PureEV, which is among top five, top 7 companies in India. We have Battre, which is again in top 10. We have Jitendra EV, which is again in top 10, and we have Gemopai, which is among top 10. Then we have EV Trick, GT Force, and Hayasa, which are among the top 20 brands in India. We have Gearhead Motors, which is a cycle company. In fact, those who watch Shark Tank in India, you must have seen Gearhead Motors. They got funded in Shark Tank in the season 2.
Mhm.
And then we have eMotorrad, which is a cycle company that is the only cycle company in India that exports from India to Japan and Dubai. So that
Okay.
is the kind of quality they have on the bikes. So we choose these brands basing on, as I said, on the investors, on the founders, the quality of the product they give, and on top of that, we give the guarantee from Baiku. So anything goes wrong, we are a one-stop shop. You don't have to go to the manufacturer. We take care of service, we take care of warranty, we take care of all issues of our dealers.
Sure, sure.
Apart from this, we are constantly working on getting new models. I'm currently working on, I mean, we get at least 5 requests every month now from manufacturers who want to be on board with Baiku. But we are very, very choosy. And currently, I can tell you we are working on 3 more brands, which we plan to get on board in the next 1.5 months. The names are very exciting, a little too early to share right now, but I
Yes.
can tell you that my dealers will be very, very excited once those brands are also on board.
Great, great. So let's go to the next slide to understand more about BikeWo, which is opportunity for the day. And there's a message out for all the viewers who are listening to us. Please put your questions. Please ask your question in terms of anything in regards to the BikeWo opportunity. Since it is a live session, we can answer you here itself. So you please put your requirement, put your questions. Yes, so I can see finance partner, ranging from Kotak to, EZ Finance and from Reliance to Ready Assist. So, what exactly? How does I mean it works, and what type of support to your customer do you give in terms of getting associated with finance partners?
See, in the automobile industry, it is very important for customers who buy the vehicles to get the right finance, because until customers get finance, they can't afford these vehicles. So, though the range of our vehicles are anywhere between 60,000 to 1,40,000, but
Mhm.
still the customers do want finance. So, it is our constant endeavor to ensure better and better finance facilities. In fact, just last week, we have now signed up with RBL Bank, which is a
Mhm.
new feather in the cap. It is not there in this list because the formal signing is going to happen tomorrow.
Sure.
So, but the whole thing is done. In fact,
Mhm.
RBL is going to be the first banker who's going to give up to 95% funding to us,
Oh, okay.
which is definitely first of its kind in the EV industry.
Mhm.
Then, in terms of insurance, we have bumper to bumper insurance available to all our customers
Mhm.
by Reliance and Bajaj.
Mhm.
And charging partner also, we had ChargeNet. Now, I like to also,
Yeah.
last week we have just tied up with Bolt also. So, Bolt is also now on board as our charging partner. And
Great.
Ready Assist, who was our roadside assistant partner, is also now our extended warranty partner.
Sure. Sure. Fine. So we'll understand more about the opportunity in the next slide in terms of the criteria. I'm sure, like every company, every brand, when they choose a prospect, they have a certain criteria on the basis of anything, the knowledge or education or a background. So all these, I'm sure you have the certain criteria. Would you like to highlight in terms of choosing the right partner for you? Over to you.
See, basically, what I like to say is uh, the whole concept of starting BikeWo was to make automobile business affordable and accessible to everyone. So I am not particular about the education background or the experience background of a person. As long as somebody is passionate about the EV industry, a person understands EV industry and wants to be part of the automobile industry, you
Correct.
should understand that its automobile is a long-term business. In terms of margins, we may not have the best margins, like food industry has margins of 40 to 80%. In our industry, the margins are in the 6 to 8%, 6 to 16% range.
Okay.
So, but these are businesses for lifetime. So, and this would be the perfect entry for anybody who wants to get into automobile line. And obviously, they need to have the financial support, and they should have time to run the store.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. So let's switch to the next slide to understand about. Yeah. So how it makes BikeWo a different from I shouldn't say that from the competitor, but what are the unique selling point? Why should a person invest you as a business opportunity? He look for his returns in to get in a stipulated period of time. So in a way, how are you different when it comes to your deliverables or the services or the anything which makes you different in the market?
A lot of people who come to us, they tell us that, you don't have Ola, you don't have Ather, those are
Mhm.
the top brands.
Mhm.
So, but if you see the other way, they are today to open a Ola dealership. I mean, Ola does not give dealerships; they run
Yes.
only the company stores. And
Okay.
when it comes to Ather, to start an Ather dealership would cost you about 2.5 crores,
Mhm.
whereas our business can be started in about 15 to 18 lakhs.
Yes. Yes.
So now 15 to 18 lakhs, you cannot even look at a single brand dealership.
Mhm.
And when there is a single brand dealership, people will only enter your showroom if they have heard about the brand. But people who are confused, which is 95% of the people in the market, let me tell you, would like to come to a multi brand like us where they can get a complete range. It is something like, you want to buy a TV or a fridge, but you're not sure which brand you want to buy. So you would go to, Chroma or a Reliance Digital, where you will get to see all the brands and then you can decide. That is exactly how BikeWo is going to position ourselves. Plus, we are a one-stop shop for all electric vehicles, and we give everything. Like I already told you, we have charging stations, accessories, finance, insurance. Everything is available at the same time. Plus,
Yes.
we follow almost the same selling price to the customer, like any other exclusive dealer. Sometimes there could be a maximum difference of about 2 or 3%. So that puts us almost at par with the market persons. And traditionally, any dealer would need about 40 to 50 lakhs investment just to open dealership of one brand. Here, with about 15 to 18 lakhs, we give you 7 to 8 brands or 9 brands under one umbrella. So that's the best thing that we can give you, so that
Correct.
you can choose which products of the brand. It's not necessary that you buy all 9 brands and you sell all 9 brands.
Hmm.
It could be we have many dealers who say, okay, Saral, we don't want to sell all your brands. We just want to sell these 3 brands or these 2 brands.
Hmm.
Absolutely fine with us.
Hmm.
Whatever you feel sells in your area, we are happy to give you.
Hmm. Sure, sure.
We don't
Since
we
you are
don't
talking, yeah, please continue.
sorry, we don't push sales.
Hmm.
We make you sell whatever sells good in your area.
Hmm. Hmm. Sure.
Sorry, you were saying
So
something.
since we are talking about, the 15 to 18 lakh kind of the capex, to start this business. So can we elaborate? Can we understand more about the different models what you have in it?
Yeah. So we have our lowest and our like basic dealership model, which is called the platinum model, where the
Sure.
investment can range between 10 to 17, is like what we say.
Hmm.
Typically, in this, we have a franchise fees of about 2 lakh 20, about, sorry, 2 lakh 75,000.
Hmm.
And apart from this, you need to take about 10 vehicles in stock
Hmm.
as a basically display vehicles.
Hmm.
So these 10 vehicles would typically cost you somewhere between 7 to 8 lakhs.
Hmm.
And the balance you have to invest in the showroom, in
Sure.
the interior. So that's
Sure.
totally up to you. So if you have a ready space, you would not invest anything there. That's why I say the minimum is 10 lakhs. And if you need to take a place, including the deposit, interiors, everything, can cost you anywhere between 1 lakh to 5 7 lakhs.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's totally up to you how much you want to spend. The showroom size, typically including service center, will be about 800 to 1000 SFT.
Hmm. Sure.
So this is the
And
basic level.
can I
Then we have
understand about the brand?
then we have a diamond dealership model, which is basically a district level dealer. So a diamond dealer typically covers about 80 to 100 kilometers
Hmm.
and will have multiple platinum dealers under them.
Hmm.
All the platinum dealers will take supply from the diamond dealer.
Okay.
So this gives the diamond dealer some extra margin because he's going to invest more money in the stock.
Hmm.
Apart from stock, everything else remains the same as a platinum dealer.
Sure.
So typically, a diamond dealer is a platinum dealer with about 40 vehicles of stock.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the only
Sure.
difference.
Sure. Sure. Then we have the another
Then we have a
model,
state
which is
level
a
dealership.
state dealer. Yes.
Yes. So AP Telangana, since we had our own this thing, especially
Presence.
Telangana. But apart
Hmm.
from Telangana, all states we are looking at a state level dealership who needs
Hmm.
to invest anywhere between 120 to 300 vehicles.
Okay.
Why we say the range? Because 120 to 300 means depending on as the sale goes up. Initially,
Hmm.
you start with about 100 vehicles, and
Hmm.
as the number of dealers increase in your state and the supplies increase, sales increase, then you can increase your number stock also to about 300 vehicles. So
Great.
again, the state dealership and the diamond dealership, the model basically the difference is again in terms of the stocking.
Hmm. Sure, sure. So
So
since we understand about the different cost with the different plans, we have a summary as well,
yes,
which
same
I
thing what I
want
just told
Sarah
you.
to
So like I
discuss
said,
about.
for like this is the breakup number of vehicles in stock. For a
Hmm.
platinum dealer are zero. For
Hmm.
diamond it is 40, and for state dealers between 100 to 300. Display
Sure.
vehicles remain at about 10 to 12 vehicles, and the franchise fees for a diamond is 3 lakh 25,000. For a
Hmm.
platinum is 2 lakh 75,000, and for a state dealer it is 10 lakhs.
Okay.
And then each dealer has workshop,
Hmm.
ATL and BTL support. We give whatever ATL BTL activities you do, we share
Hmm.
50% of the cost.
Hmm. Sure.
And the break even for the dealerships works out anywhere between 10 to 15 vehicles.
All right.
In fact, in case of smaller towns, the break even is even lower. It's about 6 to 7 vehicles also in some places.
Great.
And currently we have some dealers who are today selling 30 to 35 vehicles also per month.
Okay.
Average, you make about anywhere between 8 to 15,000 rupees on a model
Hmm.
on each product,
Fine.
including accessories, everything that you make as a dealer.
Hmm. So again, a message to the viewers. This is the brief understanding of the model. with the ROI understanding and the support structure what you will get once you decide to go ahead with the franchisee of BikeWo. The more detail and the detailed discussion can possible once you share your contact detail, once you put an inquiry so that we can answer and take the discussion ahead. Saral, I have a few questions related to the operations and so related to the opening of a franchise. So how long should it take to open a franchise store? What is the
See,
timeline one has to decide to
typically the
have?
moment somebody pays the franchise fees, after
Hmm.
which the entire process starts,
Hmm.
we have seen average people take about 45 to 60 days,
Okay.
because first they need to find the place, which takes about 2 weeks.
Hmm.
By the time even the company registration and other process then happens, which takes another 2 weeks.
Hmm.
And typically the interiors take anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks.
Okay. Okay. And what are the typical hours of operation? I'm saying in terms of early operations till the time everything gets settled and you'll have a autopilot mode. It's before that franchisee should invest. I mean, how many hours per day so that it reaches at a certain level of saturation?
See, as a franchise owner, probably minimum we we could be requiring anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a day
Okay.
should be enough. Again,
Mhm.
depending on what kind of staff that he's going to have.
Yeah.
So there are some franchise owners who are even full time, then they don't even need a manager. So
Hmm.
they save the money in terms of manager and they are there morning to evening.
Hmm.
But otherwise, if you keep a manager, then about 2 to 4 hours a day initially, and later it could be reduced to about 2 to 4 hours 3 times a week.
Okay, okay, great, great. So I had a questions, this in my mind to ask. Yes, Saral, thank you for joining us, giving an overview about your company in terms
Thank
of
you.
when did you start, how did you start, the challenges you had, crossed all these challenges, and the support structure you have, the financial understanding we discussed about, and so all these things we discussed. And there's a message again for the viewers. So please contact us on the number flashing on the screen 9844443200. You can visit franchisebazaar.com to come to know more about BikeWo, which is opportunity for the day. And other than that, if you have an interest for any kind of a business, you can filter your requirement in terms of investment, the vertical you want to get into, and the city preference what you have. Yes, sir. The last message I would want you to convey to the viewers, because we are going to upload this video on all the social media platform to continue with the lead generation. So, any message for the viewers of us?
One thing I can tell you, I have been in the automobile business for the last 25 years, and I have seen so much of this thing. No
Hmm.
business today, I mean, forget automobile, any other line, you will not find any business that you can start for as little as 15 to 17 lakhs.
Correct,
And a
correct.
business that will give you at least 1 2 generations, I think it is definitely.
Mhm. We have one question from Naveen Sharma. Thank you, Naveen, for putting an inquiry. If someone is new and want to highlight a business with BikeMove, how does it start?
See, we at BikeWo, if you are passionate, we ensure that training, everything is done by us. I have a very good training team. In fact, my training team conducts training almost on a daily basis,
Okay.
both online and offline. So
Mhm.
continuously, we are training our, like people. So even if you are new to the industry, you should just know how to sell. If you can sell anything, we can teach you how to sell vehicles. And
Right.
it's not a very highly technical industry. So even if you don't have experience, but if you have passion, you can be part of our business.
Sure. So, fully Naveen, you got your reply. You can share your contact detail so that we can be in touch with you and take the discussion ahead. Yes, Saral, thank you for joining us and giving your time. You mentioned to me yesterday that you're in Mumbai, but still you
Yes.
managed to give us time. Thank you once again for.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you, Alka. Thank you, everyone, for being there. And looking forward to having one to ones with some of you very soon.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.